I've seen these bloody tear makeup looks everywhere recently, so I wanted to give it a try, but pop my own spin on it. So I've started with a white base and I'm doing some black contour. And then we'll move on to the eyes. This is, I must admit, I started hating it here. I've tried to glue my brows down, but they're so thick that I haven't quite managed it and they're still peeping through, which ruins the look for me. But we'll carry on. Not everything goes the way you expect it to, and that's fine. You just work with what you have. So I've used a darker purpley shade, a deep red, and then a black just to create this dramatic shape. And we'll start with the tears. So I'm just dipping into my face paint palette. I mixed a little bit of black in with the red to make it a little bit deeper. And I'm just sort of drawing on where I want the tears to go. I'm using a lip liner brush because last week I cleaned half of my brushes, so I cleaned all of my makeup brushes, but I didn't quite get around to cleaning all of my paint brushes that I use. So that is one side, and a good thing about this look is tears are organic, so I didn't have to worry about matching one side to the other. This is where I started to actually like the look again. The eye look looked really heavy without anything on the bottom half, so I was really worrying, really stressing for a bit, but these tears do tie everything together, balance out the look, make it look less crazy, which is a weird thing to say for a Halloween look. I realise I just said look about a million times in the span of 20 seconds, so I do apologise for that. I'm not re-recording, but I do apologise. So that is the tears as they stand now. I'm just going to add a little bit of black in places to act as like almost shadowy, like the blood's coagulated a little bit. I should have added more, but I didn't trust that it looked all right. So I got this fake blood recently. It's like a jelly-like substance and it came with this sponge. I'm going to dab this on in places just to add some splatter, add some intrigue. I may have got a little carried away with the splatters. They ended up going everywhere and I'm not entirely sure like what I'm going for with them, but I think they look cool. For the lips, I'm going to outline them in black. And I watched a video of somebody doing their Cupid's bow with just 2 straight lines and I loved it, so I wanted to give that a go. One of the easiest ways to overline my lips. It worked a treat. And then I'm filling them in with the same red that I used for my tears. I wanted to bring a little dribble of blood just down to the lower portion of my face. I kind of anchored the lip liner brush into the corner of my mouth and then dragged down. And then of course I wanted to add some splatters, so I just went around my mouth and added more blood. And that is my bloody spooky look. It was a roller coaster to get here, but I loved it in the end.